And we're back with some more Nova Scotia Supernovas franchise mode, and in this one, we have the Year 11 regular season simulation. Coming fresh off a back-to-back Stanley Cup victory, we're looking for a three-peat this year, and of course, our fourth in 7 years. I think if we win this year, we can officially call ourselves a dynasty. Like, that's really impressive. A modern-day dynasty. So we are at the start of the regular season here. I did unfortunately have to send Igor Yevchuk down to the AHL. He just wasn't simulating well during the preseason, so I figured he could use some time down there to develop his defensive ratings. So our roster is basically the same as a result of that. I have also offered Jaeger a contract extension. I believe it was 5 years, 6.2. And given that he's a 5-star ability and considering his history, that's pretty good. That is a pretty good extension for him. That's a steal, in fact, I might say. So that will get underway with the regular season, and we'll see where we are roughly halfway through the season, I'd say, unless something goes terribly wrong in the first half. Alright, so we're roughly halfway through the season now. We are 25, 13, and 3, second in the division, and in the league we are 6th. Let's check out the team stats. Goals for per game, we are first in that category, no surprise there. And goals against per game, we are down there 21st in the league, 3.32. Could be better for sure. Although I guess that should be something I'm used to by now. Power play is at 25.9, second in the league. Penalty kill is 12th in the league with an 82.8. And player stats, in goal you have Ivanov with a 906 and Paris in 28 games with an 897. So I'm not sure why Paris is playing more than Ivanov. So poor Ivanov continues to get... Wow. The coaches, for whatever reason in this game, just absolutely hate Ivanov. I don't know what it is. Like this was a thing back with Brindamore, and now apparently Selvin as well does not prefer Ivanov as his goaltender, even though he is not only the better star ability, but has a better save percentage than Paris. But Paris continues to be used more. And Ivanov is also making significantly more money, so, you know, the general manager does not like to see players who are performing worse and getting paid less being played more than the goaltender who is getting paid a lot of money and is performing mostly better than Ron Paris. Like, I really wish I could do something about the goaltender AI. Unfortunately, that is not my call to make at the moment. That's up to Mike Sullivan, but... And he has 10 wins so far this season, only 3 losses in total for Ivanov. Whereas Paris, 15 and 11, it doesn't make sense. Start Ivanov more often, please. Like, I get Paris is younger in this case, but still, Ivanov's only 27. He's not that old. So even now, Ivanov continues to be shafted. You know what? Rod Brindamore must have called up Mike Sullivan or something and told him about what he did with Ivanov. So now it's just like a running joke at this point between the coaches. That's what I'm imagining right now, because I can't think of any other explanation for why Ivanov continues to just ride the bench. It's so perplexing. You have got to be joking. We just got 2 of the worst injuries possible. Onishko, torn triceps, 2 to 3 months. Jaeger, torn back muscle, 3 to 4 months. Oh, that's terrible. That is our 2 best players. 2 of our best players, both down with long-term injuries at the same time. Oh no. Onishko had 67 points so far this season, and now he's basically done for the season until the playoffs. It's the same thing as last year, where he had 63 games played, 80 points, but he just got injured quite a bit last year, and now this year, of course, he gets a long-term injury and is unable to finish the season more than likely. And now Jaeger is definitely not going to be finishing the season. He might not even be back for playoffs, to be honest, until mid-May. And he was doing so well, too. 63 points in 44 games played. Those were 2 of the worst possible injuries. All right, well, I mean, we still have a talented team, so I'm not going to count us out just yet, but we do have our work cut out for us with 2 of our best players now basically done for the season. And apparently Kosar is on our top line, who thus far has only played 4 games in his career. Yeah, that center core is looking a little rough right now. For some reason, Makarov's on the fourth line, and that's Kosar on the top. I'm not sure what's going on with these lines here, but they are certainly very interesting. And with what is with these like why is Peter on the fourth line? Like, is this to preserve fitness or something? What's his fitness at? What's Peter's fitness at? 66. Okay, I mean, he is by far the least amount of fitness. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. That is probably it. Now that I look at it, fitness at 66% for Peter on the fourth line. Same for Makarov is 69%, and they're by far the least amount of fitness. So I guess that's what the coach is basing it off of. But I don't know. It's just weird seeing players of that caliber on the fourth line in any situation, really, unless they're just coming back from a major injury, which I guess that's what the coach is trying to prevent, especially since we just lost Jaeger and Onishko for quite a while. So I guess from the standpoint of preventing injuries, it makes more sense that way. But like I said, it just feels weird. And look at that, Onishko and Jaeger were 4th and 5th respectively in the league for total points, and now they're done for the season. Are you kidding me? Igor Yevchuk now out long term, 1 to 2 months in the AHL. I know he's not on our NHL roster, but still that hurts his development a little bit. He's doing really well too. 41 points down there in 40 games in the AHL. 71 grade. I'm waiting for. I really want his defensive ratings to get better. Looks like he's even gotten a little bit better offensively, and I think his agility got higher as well. I really want his defensive ratings to get a little bit more rounded out before I call him up. So I think I'm going to leave him in the AHL for the rest of the season, but looks like he is well on his way to becoming an NHL player. It's just unfortunate that he's having this little setback here. Yeah, that must have been it with Peter and Makarov, because now they're both at 100% fitness and they're back on the first line. So, okay, that definitely looks better. All right, at the trade deadline now, we are 39, 21, and 4. We are 2nd in our division and 4th in the league, so I think it's pretty safe to advance to the end of the regular season here. Well, there's another one. Kosar with a calf laceration, 1 to 2 months. Injuries have certainly not been kind to us this season. That is for sure. All right, Onishko is finally back, so he does return for the playoffs. Unfortunately, Jaeger is going to be out for a little while longer. Well, actually 1 to 2 more months longer, so it's still going to be a little while for him. And with that, the regular season has come to an end for us. We finished 49, 28, and 5, good enough for 103 points, and tied for 5th in the league, and tied for 2nd in the Atlantic Division. So, not bad overall. Team stats-wise, we were 1st in goals for per game as usual with a 4.09. And goals against per game, we were 23rd in the league with a 3.39. Power play 1st in the league with a 24.9. And penalty kill 11th in the league with an 82.4. Player stats. In goal, you have Ivanov with 34 games played, 19 wins, 7 losses, 3 overtime losses with a 908 save percentage. And in 53 games, Paris with 30 wins, 21 losses, 2 overtime losses, 4 shutouts, and an 893 save percentage. Like, I don't know why Ivanov continues to just get the worst treatment by his coaches. Like I said before, my best explanation is that all the coaches have some sort of network that they have with each other, and they have like this running gag where they just, I don't know, decide to bench their best goaltender or something. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. Like, this has happened with both Rod Brindamore and Mike Sullivan. I don't have any other explanation at this point. Like, Ivanov is just overall better, and he continues to get benched. I just don't understand. On defense, you have 73 points for Kivi Harju. Wow. He's up to a 4.5-star player now. Interesting. That is certainly a career year for him. Yurichek with 45 points, Wu with 45 as well, Provorov and Chikrin with 25, Fabro with 14, and Martin with 8. And at forward, you have Stenberg with 84, 73 for Peter, 69 for Onishko in 47 games, 63 for Makarov, 58 for Nemestikov, 56 for Zetterberg, 45 for Eriksson, 44 for Lodnia, 31 for Komlowski, 29 for Zarazun, 28 for McKenzie, 22 for Beck, 21 for Velikov, and 9 for Carlson in 16 games. And then on the injury list, Jaeger, 63 points in 44 games played. So now we will see who we have in the playoffs. I believe it will be Florida. And yes, indeed it is. Florida in the first round. So with that being done, I think we'll end things off here. And in the next one, we will start the Year 11 playoffs in our bid for a three-peat. See you guys then.